Merry Meet, and here we are again at the Oak and Willow Circle, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up an altar for ritual purposes. Many people like to set up this kind of altar to have in their home as well, but for a ritual, especially, you're going to be using this setup. This is what we follow in our tradition, so remember that other traditions may follow a different procedure. Just be aware of that. Okay, so to start out, you should have 2 candles. White is a universal color. Some people have different color candles to represent the god and the goddess. Here we have 2 white candles to represent the god and the goddess, and they will be in the center area of your circle. Okay? Now next, in the east, on this circle, on this ritual altar, I will be placing the blade or the athame. Some people pronounce that differently. And in our tradition, we associate the east with the element of air. And so the blade also is associated in our tradition as having the qualities of air. Some people in different traditions give it the fire, so don't be confused if you read differently. But in our circle, we use the blade for air. Okay. You could also use a feather. So don't worry if you don't have any of these tools that I'm going to talk about, because you should take your time choosing your tools, and so a feather would suffice, or anything else that you might associate with the element of air. Okay. Next we go to the south, and in the south position I would place my wand. Once again, anything that represents the element of fire to you would be fine to place there. But we associate the wand with fire in our tradition. If you don't have a fancy wand, just get a very attractive stick that's about the right length, and you can use that in its place, okay? So there you have the direction of south, element of fire. Next, we have our direction of west, which we associate with water in our tradition. And I'm going to use a seashell. You could just as well put a little bowl of water over there. So whatever you might have that represents the element of water. Once again, that's in the west. Now the last direction is the north, and in our tradition we associate earth with the north, and the pentacle can represent earth. In tarot, that suit is called pentacles or coins in some sets, some different decks. So I like to put my pentacle there, but you could just as easily put some sort of a stone in the north. Okay, so east for air, south for fire, west for water, and north for the earth. Now, in many traditions, including our own, we recognize the direction of center, and we associate the cauldron with the center, representing ether or spirit. Now remember that this is how our tradition does this. You'll see many similarities to other traditions. And so there you have it. You probably have everything you need to set up a ritual altar. So, merry part, we'll see you next time. Bright blessings.